Hello and welcome back to Rice Memorial Hockey as the Rice Knights step on to Cairns Arena's big rink to take on the Shadyside. Actually, they don't have a team name here. We are, of course, the Knights. We'll call them the Shadyside Shadies. Little disparaging, I suppose, but Dr. Steve with AJ Lichterman up here in the broadcast booth. Heather is out with a lower body injury. And that opened the door for AJ to make his directorial debut behind the camera. I'll be in your ears for all 4 games this weekend. AJ will be in your eyeballs and possibly mic'd up for the rest of the weekend or until the powers that be on YouTube deem his language to be too offensive for radio and pull us off the air. But Rice coming off of a big win against Seacoast a couple of weeks ago. The highly touted Seacoast Academy came in probably thinking they were going to win easily. They jumped out to an early 2-0 lead, and Rice fought back for the win on home ice. It was an enormous win and a confidence boost for your Knights. Rice will play 1 game during this opening MPHL weekend. Let me finish that sentence without breaking it up. 1 game today. 2 games tomorrow and 1 game on Sunday morning. We are so delighted to have you with us. If you're in the area, come on down. These games tend to be a bit raucous as a lot of the high school students come out to watch. We've actually got a fairly decent crowd given that it's the middle of a work day, Friday afternoon. It's almost Halloween, so come in your best attire. I suppose everyone's wearing a mask similar to the rules of Halloween, but let's see what we can do. We're about to get underway. The buzzer rings and anticipation is high for these Knights to follow up on that win against Seacoast. Let's see if we can get out of this weekend 4-0. I am glad to be back. I missed me. During the 4 or so games that I wasn't here, I watched on Live Barn, hoping to hear my voice, but I wasn't there. Now remember, any hiccups with video, cards and letters to AJ Lichterman, care of the team. AJ's Canadian, so he will send apology letters one after the other. I understand we have an international audience on hand from Seville, Spain. Seville being one of only 2 cities I could name in the country of Spain. Barcelona being way too obvious, too on the nose. 3 18-minute periods as my thoughts jump from one to the next. Rice has a lot of snacks up here in the broadcast booth as they are hosting the weekend, and I have Dunkin' coffee coursing through my veins. The opening line for your Rice Knights will be Lamberg. On left wing, Charles-Antoine Gagne. Gagne with a huge day. Last time we played. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that's right. Gagne and Olivas, the right wing. Gagne making his way off the bench as Coach Dennis had a couple of last words for him. Starting out on defense, we're going to have Lucas Van Mullen, number 5. And he'll be joined by Aaron Altillo, who did not play. He was still hurt last time I was here calling a game. I'll give you the netminder in a second. The opening draw comes into Rice's territory. Olivas tries to smash his man on the boards. Number 18. Looks like Shadyside brought out their 3rd line to take on our 1st line defense. Probably to reconfigure their top line against one of our lower lines of defense. A little gamesmanship by both coaches as the puck being worked around the perimeter by Shadyside. Far side, kept in. Rice picks it up. Altillo gets it out of the zone. Gagne skated past it at first, came back to get it second. We're going to have a cross-checking penalty called. And it looks like it's against the man who was working that far side, Laken Glessner, 6'4" sophomore. Yeah, you heard me right. That wasn't a typo. Rice goes on the first power play of the day. Second line comes out. Valenta gets it back to DeBlois. Alejandro D to D. Sends it across. We've got Lamberg playing the other point man, so we've got one forward, only one defenseman. That's what I'm trying to say. Good night. Speaking of good nights, that one gets whipped in by DeBlois, and it is stopped by the Shadyside goalie. I'll grab his number in a second, too. Let me just say, in net for your Rice Knights, we've got Philippe Deschamplain. Deschamplain had a decent game. When he played last time I was here in September, that puck actually came out. Referee didn't see it, so we play on. Doesn't matter. Shadyside ends up clearing the zone. DeBlois, D to D. Rice picks it up and sends it out to Valenta. Valenta crosses his own blue line, and he is on his horse, galloping into the Shadyside zone. Valenta does not relent. Comes out. Ooh, looked like whoever for Rice had a shooting angle on that one. Opted to pass it out. Rice got a shot. It went wide into the neutral zone. It comes. Rice still on the power play, don't forget. It is picked up and sent forward. Valenta tips it into the zone. Rice going, well, that wasn't tipped in. I thought Valenta got a blade on it. He did not. It goes into the zone, and icing is the call. Rice gets some fresh legs onto the ice. They've got 1 minute and 3 seconds remaining on the power play. Olivas is going to center this power play line. He's surrounded. I'll get the lineup for you in a second. That gets shot off the foot. Little stop there by Justin Thies. Thies cross ice to Olivas, who dumps it in. On his horse is Luis Ruel. Ruel sends it around. Picked up by Thies. Thies out to Olivas. Olivas hits Carson. Middle of the ice. Carson sizes it up. Looks. Oh, tipped just wide. Nice scoring opportunity for the Knights. Shadyside whips it around. Olivas tried to kick it down and keep it in. It got past him, but it's picked up by the Knights. Altillo is on this power play line. Sends it deep where Thies skates in. He can't get to it because the goalie held it up. Into the near half wall. Thies grabs it, sends it to Carson. Carson backs up to Olivas in the high slot. Olivas centers. It gets tipped just wide by Thies. Olivas and Thies, tic-tac-toe play coming to the middle of the ice. Carson swings. One of the Shadyside boys had his stick. Shadyside clears. 5 seconds remaining on the power play. No score if you're just joining us between Rice and Shadyside. Shadyside D to D. They're trying to work a breakout into our zone, but it's intercepted by Rice. David Shedlovsky's line is out. Sends it across. Monty Wood loses the puck. Shadyside into the neutral zone. Puck bounces off a couple of guys. Ping-pongs around where it's picked up by Simone Ruel. Shadyside way offside. They had to back. Shadyside way offside. I sound like Dr. Seuss. That could have been a Shakespearean couplet. I needed to put in another word. Penalty is being called. Referee pointing at another of the Shadyside kids. We'll pick up the penalty here in a second when I get the indication. Interference, my mistake, is the call. I almost said it was on Brandon Olivas. I have the wrong number 9, Kai Parentis. My mistake. Kai Parentis goes into the box for Shadyside, and Rice gets its second power play of the day. The game is young. We're just under 15 minutes to play. 3 minutes ticked off in period number 1, and Rice has already had 2 power plays. Gagne brings the first power play unit back onto the ice. He's got Jutinen on his right, and he's got Valenta on the left. DeBlois is out with Thies again, left to right on defense, and there's a little bit of confusion. There may have been a second penalty called. AJ's about to... That was a 10 and a 2. AJ has explained it was a headshot, so there are... Well, AJ, despite being from the birthplace of ice hockey, Ontario, he has corrected himself. There are 2 2-minute penalties, and we've got a 5-on-3. Good opportunity brewing for the Knights. Shot was sent over the crossbar by DeBlois, picked up by the Knights. We're going to get another opportunity. Sent out Lamberg. Well, we've got another penalty coming up. I don't know who it's. Well, it has to be on Shadyside because Rice is controlling the puck. Valenta takes a shot off the goalie, picked up by Rice. We've got an extra attacker. This is a rare 6-on-3 configuration. You won't see this very often, but I imagine Shadyside's coach is growing rather frustrated. Mishandling the puck for just a second is Valenta. That allowed Shadyside to touch it up, and the next penalty will be called. Shadyside's bench is transferring itself into the penalty box. Very soon, the coaching staff, the trainer, and the bus driver are going to be joining all of the players. Rice sends the second power play unit on. There's a minute 12 left in the two-man advantage. Olivas will come out. Let's see, he's got, looks like Carson behind him. Carson's joined by Altillo. Carson, Altillo, Olivas. Olivas sending back. Over to Carson in the middle. Carson, quick shot, rolls just wide. The goalie may have gotten a piece of that, and now I believe the net is off its mooring. Goalie had to slide hard to his right, and in doing so, knocked that post on the near side, and it went, write this down, askew. Nothing like a vocabulary lesson when you're watching a hockey game, but these are the smart boys that go to prep school. All right, Olivas leans into the goaltender's right, wins the draw. Comes out to Altillo. Altillo to the near side. Shot off the goalie by Thies. Thies has had a couple of whacks. Rice picks it up, sends it back to Thies. Thies takes a look at Altillo, decided to keep it. Well, actually, I have the wrong number. I'm staring down the fedora worn by A.J. Lichterman. Carson to Olivas. Olivas to the middle of the ice. That one's tipped just wide by Ruel. That one still can't go in. Shadyside's goaltender, I don't think I told you who that is. That's number 35, Ian Porter. Porter, a junior from Halifax, Nova Scotia. A natural rival of A.J. Lichterman's Ontario for sure. More fresh legs as the top power play unit comes on. We've still got 35 seconds remaining in the power play. That's sent around. Nice defense by Shadyside. Still 5-on-3. Two-man advantage for the Knights. Sent back. High slot. Can't get the tip off a Lenta stick. It bounces off the backboards. And picked up by Lamberg. Well, that's not Lamberg. That's DeBlois. I'm still getting used to the roster again. It's been a month since I've done the games. And Shadyside's goalie, Porter, again comes up big. That shot was right into his breadbasket. It wasn't a hard shot to defend, but Rice has had a couple of good scoring opportunities. And we're hoping for another one as time is elapsing on the two-man advantage. 12 seconds to go, 13 minutes remaining in a slow-moving first period. The referees are conferring in the neutral zone. Not sure what they're talking about, other than to say, we got to get Rice on the board. Two-man advantage without scoring. That's embarrassing. This is a long conference. You have any idea what they're talking about? AJ has chosen to ignore me.
I didn't hear you.
And he can't hear me.
I think it's about who's coming out.
AJ's actually, I believe Mr. Lichterman has a good point. His thought is, and I don't disagree, that the refs are making sure with Shadyside's coach who will be allowed out of the box in 12 seconds. The third penalty was called a few seconds after the first two boys went into the box. So we're going to have what appears to be a bit of a breakout in 12 seconds. I am guessing the two boys in the box will jump over the wall unless the coach has anticipated their arrival and put the correct lineup out. That's going to all but do it. Shadyside wins the draw and sends it all the way down, and we have 2 seconds left, 1 second, and here we go. Teams back to skating 5 aside. DeBlois threw that pass a little bit behind its intended target, so Rice has to reboot, and they have to do it again. Some errant passes by the Knights as they're trying to break it through the neutral zone. Shadyside's got 5 boys out. Oh, pass in front. Gagne had that one on his horse right in the middle of Broadway. Couldn't handle the reception. And Shadyside gets the puck. Hasn't gotten it out of the zone yet. Now does. Valenta took a swing at it. He skates by. Shadyside maintains possession and ices the puck. Well, that wasn't icing. AJ corrects me on that one. Deschamplain picks it up and sends it around. Lamberg taking a look, changed his mind, brought it from the left to the right, and sends it down the wall to Gagne. Gagne swung it up. He left it for Thies. Thies all the way down, picks it up, had Valenta in front. Pass couldn't make it through some Shadyside sticks, and it gets sent back down to Deschamplain. Rice with a big change. Olivas' line comes back off the bench. Carson over to Thies. Thies kicked it forward. It went off one of the Shadyside defenders, and they sent it right back. Scampered is Altillo. Scampered back is Altillo. Over to Carson. Back and forth they go. Carson crosses the red line and sends it deep. Rims around. Olivas takes position on the far point. Able to keep it in. Sends it to the far half wall, where Shadyside does a good job of pinching our man against the wall. In the Bermuda Triangle, I can't see very well this Shadyside near side. Puck comes around to Olivas. Olivas cross-ice pass to Van Mullen. Van Mullen into the neutral zone. Thies picks it up, skates it into the zone. Near half wall to the front. Shadyside knocked down that pass. Knocked down the Rice man, but he got up and sent it out to Van Mullen. Van Mullen got knocked down, got up, got a stick on the puck, and Shadyside finally able to clear. Near side neutral zone. Monty Wood cross ice, nobody home. Shadyside picks it up. They're going to go D to D and build a breakout while they do a big change. Into the neutral zone it goes. The Hungarian hammer, Levente Pacosti, is out. Around and around and around it goes to the front of the ice. Just skip past Shedlovsky. Shadyside had a man right in front, Frederick Chagnon, and he had, that's probably not the French pronunciation, but I'm from Wisconsin. Chagnon had a shot, but Deschamplain shut the door. Penalty coming up on Shadyside as Rice skates it in. Deschamplain had just made it to the bench when there was a stoppage. We're down to 10 minutes to play, and we've got the 5th penalty already in 8 minutes on Shadyside. Shadyside players, as AJ was explaining to me, a bit shady. That's on the aforementioned Chagnon. Chagnon. All the folks watching in Quebec probably cringing every time I say that name, and I apologize. Juntanen leads out the first power play unit, and he will lean in. Near side to the goaltender's right, wins it back to Lamberg. Lamberg D to D, gets it back, middle of the ice, gets it to the high slot where DeBlois takes a shot. Sent around, Gagne took a whack at it. Shadyside put a stick right on that puck and ramped it up in the air. Cross-ice pass, high slot, Gagne. Just missed Juntanen. Juntanen trying to tip it up and over the goaltender. It comes to the near half wall. Now around behind the net. Too low in the slot. Got it around. DeBlois picks it up. Oh, looked like he was going for that 5-hole, and it was open momentarily. Nice shot by DeBlois. Couldn't put it in. Rice still working it. DeBlois again. They can't do it. Man, they're trying to work the tip there again. Rice setting up some fantastic scoring opportunities, as it is like a shooting gallery down on Porter. Down on Porter. That's a phrase in Nashville, talking about a street downtown. All right, Rice still trying to work it. One too many passes. Shadyside intercepts and sends it all the way down. We're going to get some fresh legs, at least for the Shadyside defensive unit, the penalty killers. Up the ice comes Lamberg, hits Valenta. Valenta on the ice, sends it all the way around behind the net. Thies giving chase. The goaltender stopped it. Now Valenta took it away from two Shadyside players and got it up the wall to Lamberg. Lamberg had to wait for it, and in doing so is going to give an opportunity to Shadyside. Deschamplain shuts the door. Philippe, or where I come from, Philip Deschamplain. A guy so nice they named an entire lake after him. Makes the big stop as a shorthanded opportunity for Shadyside ends at the doorstep. 8:32 remaining in period number 1, 33 seconds left in this power play. Still no score. Olivas guides his line, the second power play unit onto the ice. Shadyside looks like they won the draw, but they can't beat Troy Carson. Excuse me. Carson pins his man against the wall, takes the puck, and here comes Rice. Swept all the way down by Ruel. That's Luis Ruel. Olivas on the far point. Gets it to Carson in the middle of the ice. Carson over to Altillo. Altillo to Olivas. Olivas to the front of the net. There's a big scrum, but it looks like Porter. Porter doesn't have it. Oh, the puck was live, and the ref called it dead. Oh, Levis cocks his head to the side as if to ask the referee what he took this morning before the game. It might have been the wrong pill. The puck literally squirted out onto Olivas' stick, and then the ref called the penalty. Well, it's going to benefit Rice, believe it or not. You know, everything bad I just said about the referee, I take it all back. A.J. Lichterman knows the referees are the best officials that money can buy out there. So Rice now with a two-man advantage for one more second. They're going to get this shot before the fourth man comes out. Gagnon. Chagnon came out of the box. My French is a bit lacking, but in the meantime, Rice still has a man advantage. Olivas' unit is still out there. Olivas leans in. Shadyside wins that draw deep, but Olivas goes back. Olivas almost got that puck. Nice hustle by Brandon Olivas. Still a battle in the near corner. It finally comes out to Altillo. Altillo tried to get it to Carson. Chagnon was right there. Over to Altillo. Altillo looking, tried to lead it up. He had Luis Ruel trying to sneak in down Broadway. The pass doesn't go through the defense, and Shadyside kills it, or shags it all the way down. Valenta is out. He's got the puck on the near half wall as he's joined by Gagne and Thies on the rush. Shadyside chases it down, sends it around the wall, but DeBlois is there. DeBlois gets taken out by, Matthew McEnroe. Not sure if he's the son of John or Patrick, probably the grandson now. Those guys are in my generation. And the puck is sent back into our zone. Some errant passing on the part of the Knights. They've got to tighten that game up. Shadyside, they might be getting a lot of penalties, but they haven't given up a goal yet, which probably says something about the two teams. And again, Rice gives up a shorthanded opportunity. Two men had a chance to grab that for the Knights. Shadyside's penalty killers were able to finesse the puck away and got a shot on goal. Aggressive penalty killing by Shadyside turns into a scoring opportunity, and Rice looks discombobulated. Let's see if they can recombobulate. Up on the far point, the answer is no. Shadyside continues that aggressive penalty kill. It's picked up by DeBlois. DeBlois has it knocked off his stick. He's able to send it back to Lamberg, but that's going to do it for the power play. 6 penalties on Shadyside. They've killed every single one of them off, and we had about a 3-minute 5-on-3. Actually, we had a brief 6-on-3. As Shadyside continues to frustrate the Rice offense. Rice, a lot of scoring opportunities. I'm going to say this, and it's going to sound comical. Their first 5 power plays, that one not so much. All right, up the near side we go. Shidlovsky sends it all the way up to Simon Ruel. Ruel off the goaltender, smacked that by Pakosti. The Hungarian hammer swung. Rice keeps it in. Nice job by the Knights. Monty Wood takes a spill at the blue line. Shadyside knocks it out. Monty Wood gets up, grabs the puck again. Little bit of confusion as Rice is trying to cycle and set up their breakout. Now it's in our zone in the near corner. Sent around behind Dave Champlain, picked up by Callum Shea. Shea's got it again. Sends it back. We're going to set up. Over to Monty Wood, who tips it out of the zone. Shadyside picks it up. They send it back into the zone. That one's on net. Dave Champlain knocks it down for Shidlovsky. And we've got a stoppage. 4:41, now 4:39. As the clock rolls through this stoppage, now it's stopped. 4:37. If you had 4:37 in the office pool on where the clock would stop, you just walked away with the jackpot. Gagne comes out to center Olivas and Lamberg from deep in our zone. Gagne, nice job winning that faceoff. Carson sends it up the wall to Olivas. Olivas gets pinned, leaves it for Shadyside. Shadyside gets it deep. DeBlois is out on defense with Carson. Comes out to Carson. Carson, nice little feed. Here comes the Knights. Lamberg crosses, but Gagne is just a hair offside. It's too bad because Lambert was cocking that gun, getting ready to shoot. 4:22 remains. Shots are 11-5 in favor of, believe it or not, Shadyside. I can't believe that's true. Shots on goal may be reversed, home and guest. I haven't been paying much attention, but it would surprise me, given that Rice has been on the power play for most of this period, if the shots really were lopsided in favor of Shadyside. All right, puck gets pinned against the wall, so we're going to drop it to Deschamplain's left. That's the glove side. That leaves that stick side wide open. This is an important face-off for Rice to win. Rice does win it. Who is that? I think that's Jutinen. Jutinen tied up the man from Shadyside and then kicked the puck backwards to his teammate. Shadyside was able to get a man on it and pin the puck one more time against this near wall. We're going to do it all over again from the same dot, deep in the Rice zone. To Deschamplain's left, 3:52 remaining, still no score. Jutinen wins another one. Jutinen hot at that face-off line when they need it. All the way around it went, sent out of the zone by Logan Lambricht. As Rice is going to have a penalty on the same Logan Lambricht. First penalty of the game for the Knights as Lambricht goes to the box. I thought the ref would give the signal so I could say it right in stride of my sentence, but of course, the best laid plans of mice and men. Did the ref give the signal?
I didn't see it.
Well, there was some kind of penalty on Logan, and he goes to the box. So the Knights on the penalty kill for the first time. Let's see what Shadyside's power play looks like. Caden Green leans in and wins the puck. Back to Nolan Gowdy. Gowdy to the near half. I'm getting my near and my far mixed up. Far half wall where Chagnon sends it wide. I'm sure I will be getting a phonetic pronunciation guide once this game is over. Shadyside tried to center the puck. Green not home. Rice picks it up and sends it all the way down. Let me give the player credit. I think that was Pakazdi. I'm not even sure. I couldn't read the numbers. He was coming off the ice, but it doesn't matter. Shadyside is on the prowl. Into our zone. They come picked up by Gagne. Gagne is 1-on-3, but he's going to shag as much time as he can. He is all by himself. Jutinen kind of crosses the blue line in support. On the penalty kill, of course, Rice has to stay back and make sure to defend because invariably, ultimately this will happen. Here comes Shadyside into the neutral zone. Jutinen held the player up. Puck went right onto Luis Ruel's stick. Louis turned around and threw it into the pack. That's offside by a country mile. Shadyside could not help themselves but to jump offside. Good opportunity as Rice sends out what is probably going to be the second to last penalty kill unit. There's 48 seconds remaining on the penalty. Penalty to Lowen Lambricht, and your guess is as good as ours up here in the broadcast booth. 2:26 remaining. As I'm yakking here, Caden Green goes to the box because what would a play be without a Shadyside penalty? 2 minutes for something I wasn't watching because I didn't realize it was happening, and Valenta's going to lean in and take this draw. 4-on-4 hockey for another 46 seconds. Coach Dennis right now has Altillo out with not Jutinen. That's Shedlovsky with Altillo on the blue line. Louis Ruel is out with Valenta at forward, and Rice working that far side. Taking a look to Valenta. That one skipped past a stick. Icing is the call. That was a rocket of a pass, and it crossed up Valenta. I thought he may have tipped it. Referee had other ideas. New penalty. Well, it's a 4-on-4 situation, so I suppose this is a penalty kill unit. DeBlois and Carson come out on the blue line. Set up the forwards in a second. Lamberg is one of them. Gagne and Lamberg at forward. Comes around to DeBlois. DeBlois up to Lamberg. Lamberg skates it over the blue line. Here come the Knights. Lamberg looking, far. Ooh, far point. He kind of looped it in. Trying to hit Gagne that was slicing through the middle. Gagne, in a perfect world, would have tipped that one up and over the goaltender's glove. Rice unable to execute that. The play looked like it was drawn up pretty well, but right there was Porter, the goaltender. We're going to do it again. From the far side, Gagne wins the draw. Turned and shot. That one dribbles to the wall. Picked up by Rice. Shadyside all over him. 4-on-4 hockey is now 5-on-4. Rice is on the power play. DeBlois. Oh, that one was tipped, and it goes in. DeBlois to Lamberg to somebody to the back of the net. AJ, who got that goal? Jutinen with the goal. Lamberg did get the tip on it, and it went right on to Jutinen's stick and nestled lovelily into the back of the net. I don't even know if that's a word in French. With 1:29 remaining, which means 16:31 if you're scoring at home, Rice takes a 1-0 lead on a power play goal. Primary assist, I don't know if they do secondaries. We're just going to go Lamberg to Jutinen. Rice finally tallies with a power play opportunity, and that gives a little life to the Knights bench. The crowd is ecstatic. Most of them are the parents of Shadyside, so it's pretty quiet in here even after the goal, but Rice does have a whole cheering section of students that came out for the game. By now they're probably frozen. It is not warm in here. To the near wall, that one is tipped up by Monty Wood. Can't cross the blue line, though. Shadyside picks it up, and here they come. Zipped into the zone. Wow, nice wrister by Kai Parentes. Deschamplain got a glove on that one, knocked it down, and then covered for the stoppage. That was a wicked wrister. I'll tell you what. In this part of the country, it's pronounced wicked wrista. Rice draw deep in their own zone. That one is sent through traffic, wide open, and it gets shot in. Oh, Deschamplain. That shot went through a lot of traffic. Deschamplain knocked it down, but the puck came out into the slot wide open, and Calder Lewis took a bad angle shot and put it into the back of the net. It looked like a rugby scrum. On the stick side of the goaltender, the puck somehow found its way through, and there was nobody in a gray jersey on the glove side to help Deschamplain. Just like that, Rice scored. 19 seconds later, Shadyside scored. Even strength goal. Calder Lewis for Shadyside. All right, we are back underway, and teams are even. A little more cheering for the Shadyside goal. That doesn't bode well for us, but we'll see if our guys can get it back and get the crowd going. Here comes Gagne crossing the red line. Gagne left it to the blue line, picked up by Olivas, poked ahead. Who is that? That looked like number 18. They don't have a number 18. We have another stoppage. The referee got a new whistle. And he figured, I paid $12 for this thing. I'm going to use it as much as I possibly can. The nut had come off of its moorings. I think I pronounced that nut. Net had come off of its moorings. And Gagne leans in to try it again. Number 18 is actually number 16, Altillo. All right, puck comes all the way to the wall where Olivas picks it up. Cross ice pass, sent into the zone. Shadyside grabbed that one, sent it right back out. Shedlovsky. Near side, Lamberg, taking a look. Nice little chipper out to Shedlovsky. Shedlovsky sent it toward the net, and it went in, and Olivas put the rebound home. 2-1 Rice, and a scoring flurry in the last minute 19 of period number 1. Even strength goal, Shedlovsky to Porter, the goaltender, I think, to Olivas. Brandon Olivas puts Rice back in the lead with 9.9 seconds to go. 2-1 Rice. And now I know that the shots on goal are reversed because it says the guest is leading the home team 2-1. So I don't know if that'll get fixed during the period break, but in the meantime, just know that if you can see the scoreboard, Rice is on the guest side. All right, that'll do it for period number 1. As per usual, I'll shut down the broadcast and do a new file and a new stream for period 2. They're going to cut the ice, and we're going to imbibe in some of the coffee and donuts that's been left behind by the patron saint of broadcasting.